Eu tô falando... Tá, calma. Das duas, uma. Primeiro. Nada aqui nesta manga. Agora eu estou aqui. Que jeito. Eu sabia que o VLTube bugaria. Porque eu não sei porque ele dá um delayzinho pra abrir. Mas eu abri com o microfone. Foi uma surpresa. Enfim. Boa noite, gente. Como é que vocês estão? Deixa eu colocar vocês aqui embaixo pra vocês não ficarem flutuando no ar. Pronto. Como é que vocês estão? Falando em fantasma, é um jogo bem propício. Pra quem está vendo pela primeira vez, eu sou Krampus, YouTube ladrão, fantasma literário. E hoje vai ser a nossa primeira jogatina de Slay the Princess. Eu tenho algumas ideias muito por cima desse jogo. Mas assim... Não sei o que vai ser. Já está com o delay incrível. Pode ser que seja porque eu iniciei esse YouTube pelo próprio OBS. Eu não sei se está fazendo diferença. Então, ações idiotas serão tomadas porque vocês só vão poder me avisar 5 minutos depois. Se preparem, tá? Se preparem, porque hoje vai ser icônico, eu acho. Não sei, não tô prevendo o futuro. Enquanto isso, eu vou aqui fechando as coisas que tem que fechar, abrindo o que tem que abrir. Avisei pro pessoal, tá? O pessoal tá avisado. E agora, deixa eu pegar aqui o jogo pra abrir. Se for um jogo de janela, tranquilo. Se for um jogo de full screen, eu levo vocês pro meu celular. Deixa eu até já abrir ele. Oi, Marceline, como é que você tá? Tudo bem? Tá com um delay monstro, tá? Então se eu demorar a responder você, qualquer um aqui, compreensível, tem um bom dia, sabe? Era aí. Pronto. Hermes dando o lado da graça. Tá, abriu o jogo. É por janela. Será que eu consigo diminuir ele? Consigo, eu acho. Será que vai fazer alguma diferença? Pronto. Tá tranquilo. Eu consigo ver vocês e ter o subtitle. Segundo dia de curso. Você tá fazendo curso de quê, Marceline? Deixa eu ativar aqui as coisas. O overlay. Vocês. Pronto. E agora, peraí, deixa eu jogar pro modo estúdio, tá? Modo estúdio não, jogar pro jogando. Pra eu poder centralizar o jogo de forma decente, tá? Captura de jogo. Captura de jornal específica. Pronto. Design gráfico, tô gostando muito, os professores me adoram. Design gráfico é muito bom, cara. É uma área que, tipo assim, eu sou muito grato por tudo que eu aprendi. Eu espero que você se dê bem e faça coisas que goste. Pronto, agora eu vou jogar aqui pra trás. Ih, pronto. Agora estamos prontos. Agora é só ativar aqui. Black Tab Games. Serenity 4. O jogo tem um indicado para todos os públicos. Visite nosso site para uma lista específica de vídeos. Você vai precisar sobre várias turbulentas, como efeito para lá, várias jogar um jogo, algum problema com os efeitos, precisa ativá-los nas preferências dos jogos. Tudo era desenvolvo tudo muito rápido e tudo que eu faço tô amando. Que bom! Eu fico feliz, sabe? Eu fiz um curso de design gráfico, tipo assim, que vai desde o Illustrator ao 3D, sabe? E eu acho que eu me encontrei mais na parte de vídeo, de produzir vídeo. Mas eu tô também me divertindo, porque parece que eu também me diverti um pouco com o Illustrator. Comecei não gostando do Illustrator, mas agora eu até gosto, me acostumei com ele. E é isso, você vai descobrindo os programas e se encontrando. Quais foram os horrores que encontrar nesses locais escuros? Tenha coragem e vai até o fim. Não há finais prematuros. Não há decisões erradas. Há apenas perspectivas diferentes e novos começos. Essa é uma história de amor. Oi. Fé, né? Capítulo 1. O herói e a princesa.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
Illustrator, nice.
You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Vixe. o fim do mundo? Do que estou falando? Você já para pensar que o motivo que ela tem pra destruir o mundo é porque ela foi trancada? Feliz Obrigada! Todo mundo aqui que é da bandeirinha LGBT, feliz mês do orgulho! Você não precisa de errado. Outra pessoa poderia fazer isso. Pode esquecer, não farei isso. Você já para pensar que talvez não tenha problema com o fim do mundo? Vou ganhar alguma recompensa por isso. Eu sempre quis acabar com a monarquia, viva a revolução! Eu vou ganhar alguma recompensa por isso?
Yes, but you'll have to slay her before you get it.
Ok. Prosseguir silenciosamente até acabar.
You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within.
Legal esse negócio de você move e o cenário se move junto para lá, que sabe?
A warning before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says.
Ok. Olha o pronome neutro. Olha isso da aqui.
We're not going to go through with this, right? She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them. Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
Ok. Prosseguir até a cabana. Oi, sim, como é que você tá?
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust. The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table. Perched on that table is a pristine blade.
Que eu vou pegar.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right. You take the blade from the table.
Vamos lá.
It'll be rather difficult to save the princess and save the world without it. The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood.
Tem vários
The
métodos.
princess really lives
Tem
here.
vários métodos.
Slaying her is probably doing her a favor. Her voice carries up the stairs.
Who's there?
She sounds dangerous. It's almost as if she's the one in charge down here. Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation. Good. You're still listening to reason. You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement.
Ela já soltou de eu acho.
She's so coldly beautiful. Is she really a threat to the world? Focus on the task at hand.
And there you are. Are you here to kill me or something?
Lembra de ler suas escolhas? Eu vou lembrar, eu vou tentar. Mas tudo em português e é muitas escolhas. Se você vier uma pinca de escolha que tá num quadradinho minúsculo aqui em cima. Que... Não, de jeito nenhum. Por que você pensaria nisso? Ah, você me pegou. Estou aqui pra te ceifar. Não. Eu ainda não decidi. Eu só estou pra conversar. Controlar o nervosismo e avançar. Eu não vou falar absolutamente nada.
You step forward, your grip on the blade tightening as you steel your resolve.
Oh? No talking then? Fine. What even makes you think you can kill me? I'm probably chained up in this basement for a reason, right? And if that knife is the only weapon you have, you'll have to get close enough to use it.
Ela tem ponto.
So, you should just drop it. Best not to risk finding out what I can do.
She's unarmed. If you hesitate now, it'll be too late. End this.
Sei lá, princesa. Fé.
You lunge forward without a moment's hesitation. You feel flesh easily give way and look down to see your blade already sinking deep into her heart.
Oh. This is it, isn't it? I'm almost embarrassed. I should have seen that coming. But I have to wonder...
Tá muito fácil. Tá muito fácil.
Do you actually believe this was enough to kill me?
It's like she's convinced she can't die. Yes, even as she lays there dying, she entirely believes herself to be alive and well. But it's over, isn't it? She stopped breathing moments ago, that arrogant look still plastered on her face. But is it over? Really over?
Claro que se ela morreu, eu não tenho certeza. Sinto que ela deve ter algum motivo de trocar. Ai, ai, ai. E se eu falar que foi fácil demais, ela... Vou ficar pianinho, eu vou ficar pianinho. Ela morreu, eu vou... Fé, ela morreu. Claro que sim, ela morreu.
Yes, exactly. It's over. With your work done, you make your way back up the stairs, closing the door to the basement behind you. Why do I feel like we've done something terrible? You did kill someone. Greater good or not, something would be very wrong with you if you didn't feel at least a little bad. But it was for the greater good. One of these days that will sink in and help ease your guilty conscience. But that day isn't today. Let's just get out of here.
Vamos correr. Isso aí. Adeus.
You open the cabin door, ready to return to a world saved from certain doom. Only, a world saved from certain doom isn't what you find. Instead, what you find is nothing at all. Where a lush forest stood mere minutes ago, the only thing in front of you now is the vast emptiness of some place far away. What happened?
Você quer que eu fale de forma chula ou de forma educada, meu senhor?
Everyone is fine. It's just that you and the cabin are now far away from them. Don't worry. You'll be safe here. This is good. Everyone is happy. You'll be happy.
Narrador? Todos também. É só que você e a cabana agora estão bem longe deles. Não se preocupe, você ficará seguro aqui. Eu quero sair.
What's done is done, and there's no going back now. I'm sorry you don't like your reward, but maybe you'll learn to appreciate it in time. This is what's best for everyone. Trust me.
Assim, morar numa cabana com um cadáver que eu mesmo matei. Muito obrigada, narrador.
Time passes. You can't be sure if it's days, or months, or years, or even decades. It's all a wonderful, boring blur.
E eu não tô sentindo fome, é isso?
Psst. Hey, we're not just gonna stay here forever, right?
De jeito nenhum. Você tem alguma ideia de como sair daqui?
I do, but you're probably not going to like it. The blade. We can use the blade to get out of this.
E o que você pretende fazer com o punhal?
I can hear everything you say, little voice. There's only one thing it would want you to use that blade on, and I'm afraid that thing is you, dear hero. He's right. It's the only way out. Do you hear that? It wants to take this happiness away from you. It wants this wonderful place.
Não, a gente não é o herói. A gente é, tipo assim, a gente pode fazer a gente tá junto com o herói, talvez.
Do you not? There's more for us to do, and the only way for us to do it is to take that blade and use it. Don't you dare. Mas por enquanto a gente é consciência.
Será que usar o punhal não acabaria nos matando? Nós não acabaríamos mortos?
How astute. You are absolutely correct. Using the blade to kill yourself would kill you, and you shouldn't do it. In a sense, we die, but looking at things from another angle, are we even really alive anymore? This place, it's nothing. It's absolutely nothing. It's just the same thing, constantly, forever. I know this is out there, but trust me, I know using the blade will work. That little voice didn't want you to slay the princess. It didn't want you to be happy.
Meu Deus do céu. Tá. Qualquer coisa pra nos tirar desse inferno. Eu confio em você, herói.
Thank you. I made this happy little place for you. Is this not a good enough reward for saving the world? An eternity of bliss? You ingrate?
Eternidade. O que eu. Narrador, olha pra minha. Narrador, olha pra minha cara. O que a gente exatamente está fazendo? Eu estou com uma cabaninha minúscula. Eu não tenho comida. Eu não tenho cama. Eu acho que o White Space de Omori tinha mais coisa pra se fazer do que essa cabana.
Fine. Whatever. For the first time since time stopped meaning anything, you throw open the door to the basement and walk down the stairs. The princess's body is dust and bones, though the blade you used to slay her is still as pristine as the day you first held it. You pick up the blade, you stab yourself, and you die. The end. Nice knowing you.
O espectro.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that, you're here to slay her. If you don't...
Mas eu me matei. O que eu estou fazendo aqui?
I can assure you that you're not dead. And to answer your second question, you're here to slay the princess. I literally told you that a second ago. If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way. That's fine. It wasn't very hard to kill her last time. We'll just do it again.
Boa noite, quem é você, meu senhor?
Well, if for whatever reason you're going to insist that this has happened before, at least your heart's in the right place.
Da minha volta e ir embora. Da minha volta. Tá, eu vou chutar de que esse é tipo uma princesa de Schrödinger. Se eu nunca for na cabana, então não tem princesa. E se ela está presa lá, ela está presa lá. Não tem necessidade de eu fazer as coisas. Certo?
Oh. Do you think there's something else out there?
Dá a minha voltinha.
Alright. Let's see what we can find. It's bound to be more interesting than doing the same thing over again. Seriously? You're just going to turn around and leave? Do you even know where you're going?
Vamos ver aqui quais são as opções. Percorrer silenciosamente a trilha para longe da cabana. Vou categoricamente ignorar o narrador.
Fine. I suppose you just quietly continue down the path away from the cabin. That's strange. It looks like this path also leads to the cabin. How convenient. Everything's back on track again. Maybe the world can still be saved.
Você tá oficialmente me tirando, né?
Oh, how quaint. He really wants us to go in there, doesn't he?
Dar minha volta de novo e ir embora de novo.
Really keen on wasting everyone's time, aren't you? It's remarkably selfish, if you ask me. I've already outlined the stakes of the situation. If you don't do your job, everyone dies. Like, dies. Forever. But fine, you turn around and trek back down the path you came.
Wait,
Bora.
something isn't right. Can you still hear me? You're supposed to wind up back at the cabin again. But everything is getting fuzzy. What's going on? Where are we? I don't know. But it feels like home.
O mundo ao seu redor é desfeito, a matéria física trocada por um nada texturizado. Está um silêncio. Há um rimbomo distante, um som composto por muitos sons. Ondulações pulsam mais alto conforme outra coisa se aproxima. Antenas sondam o tecido da realidade. Extremidades encontram a sua consciência e devolvem. Você não está mais sozinho. Resistência. Garras arranham a superfície vítrea da sua alma. Frustração. Esse aspecto está repleto de você. Preciso de algo vazio para que eu possa ocupá-lo. Ter algo que tenha minha forma. Mas que... Eu tô num conto de fadas ou eu tô num terror Lovecraftiano? Oxi! Isso é um pesadelo. Acorda. Isso é um pesadelo. Não é. Ah.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a
Você vai saber
cabin,
quando encontrar.
and in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Para ignorar diálogo de aviso, pressione Tab no teclado ou R1 no seu controle. E se eu fizer antes do capítulo 2?
Seriously? You're just...
Ótimo, o que está exigindo de nós aqui é errado. É melhor lavar as mãos do que participar disso.
Ignore that annoying little voice. He doesn't know what he's talking about. That's strange. You're really... Your silence is
Seu silêncio é
deafening.
ensurdecedor.
But fine, you turn around and trek back down the path you came. Oh, would you look at that? You're at the cabin again. Now, I'm not normally one for superstition or astrology, but I have to say, it seems like the universe itself is doing its best to bring you to your fated confrontation with the princess.
Bom, acho que eu vou andar em outra direção. De novo. Na verdade, eu vou continuar caminhando pela natureza até encontrar um jeito de sair daqui.
There's always a choice. Let me tell you right now that you're making the wrong one for pretty much everyone who's ever lived, as well as for everyone who ever will. And here we go. As you trudge into the woods, something strange starts to happen. At first, it's little flickers out of the corner of your eyes. Glimpses of familiar wooden structures through the leaves. But as you focus on your surroundings, you start to realise that those flickers weren't just a trick of light.
Oxi.
In every direction, there is a path and a cabin. And not just a cabin, the cabin. An infinite fractal of paths and cabins desperately trying to draw you back to where you need to be.
Wait, what's going on?
Eu não sei, meu filho. Eu não
You're too
sei.
stubborn for that, aren't you? It doesn't matter how many paths or cabins appear around you, you're just going to do whatever you can to shirk your responsibility because you care more about irritating me than you do about the fate of the world.
Meu Deus, o narrador tá passivo-agressivo, gente.
You've doomed us all, you know that, right? But of course you do. Otherwise you wouldn't just wander off into the forest in search of certain death. You lose track of just how long you spend aimlessly tromping through the wilderness. But it's not like any of that time spent lost in the woods really matters, because it isn't long before the world ends and everyone dies.
A estranha.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin.
Tá
And in
diferente
the
o
basement of that
cenário.
cabin
Eu acho que tá diferente.
is a princess.
Eu
You're
acho.
here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Ah, você não estava brincando. Ela acabou mesmo com o mundo da última vez, não? O que diabos ela é?
Last I checked, there wasn't any last time. We've just met, you and I. If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way. I don't know. I think it's more fun if he knows what we're thinking. He's like a captive audience.
Agora a gente. Prazer, opositor, eu sou Nelly Krampus, opositor, tá bom?
The entire world ending wasn't enough to get rid of us. I don't think there's much he can do other than object. I wonder what else we can do to ruin his day. If by ruining my day, you mean ruining everyone's day forever, then yes, I suppose there are plenty of... The world really did end last time, didn't it? We should be careful. For all we know, we just got lucky. The world hasn't ended yet. And you are never going to slay her with that attitude. Stuff those pathetic little voices to the back of your mind and stay focused on the task ahead.
As paredes não estavam aqui na última vez. Você não pode me obrigar a ir à cabana.
What are you talking about? I'm sure those walls have always been there. It makes sense if you think about it. If there weren't any walls in the woods, someone might have gotten lost. Or, heaven forbid, someone other than you might have stumbled onto the princess.
Eu menti, sim. Tudo bem, cabana. Me aguarde, pois vou lá e eu ceifar a princesa.
You know I can tell when you're lying, right? Please take this seriously. I am begging you. A warning before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says. If we're stuck going in there, maybe we should believe her. Maybe she isn't a liar.
Se sou a única pessoa a ir lá, talvez seja melhor acreditar nela. Talvez ela não seja mentirosa.
Ignore him. He's just being difficult for the sake of it. Let's keep an open mind.
Socorro. Socorro. Socorro.
The cabin interior is wrong. A confusing patchwork of many cabin interiors, all projected across what's almost the same space. But it's all shifted. An inch here, a foot there, such that the seams are never quite visible enough for the place to make any sense. The only furniture of note is a plain table, its legs all the wrong lengths, its material devoid of feature. Perched on that table is a pristine blade.
Ok. Que tipo de terror cósmico é
The
esse?
blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right. If he wants us to take it, maybe we should just leave it to collect dust. Or better yet, grab it and throw it out the window. What good is a knife against a world-ending monstrosity anyway?
Eu tô quase.
Taking the knife. Have you seen this place?
Ok, calma.
I have
Não sei se vocês
literally
estão me dando
no
argumentos.
idea
Vamos com
what we're
calma.
dealing with. I've already told you what you're dealing with. You're dealing with a princess. How many times do I have to explain this incredibly simple and straightforward premise? You can't just say that. And when everything here is so wrong. Listen to me. My job is to describe facts as facts and to guide you through your job, which is to slay the princess and through that
Gente,
action,
desculpa se eu não estiver falando, é
save
porque
the
normalmente
entire
como
world.
tá tendo narração, a narração tá, né, tô deixando vocês escutarem a narração. Até porque as vozes falando são bem interessantes.
And if you're going to slay her, you cannot let fear creep into your heart. You cannot lose yourself before you even get to her.
Meu filho, como é que eu vou não estar com medo quando a cabana tá com um muro? Olha essa casa!
Oh, you've piqued my interest. what's going to happen if we lose ourselves? Nothing, because you're going to pull yourself together. Just ignore the stressful geometry and stay calm. How? Even if we closed our eyes, you're constantly describing it to us. I'm not going to stop doing my job, so you're just going to have to get better at yours. And quickly, if you don't mind. Yes, take a deep breath. I'm all for getting under his skin, but we'll miss out on loads of fun if we shrivel up into a ball and go insane the first time we see something weird.
Saudade quando o Neil narrava. É que tem a voz, cara. Tem a voz. As vozes são legais.
Okay, good. Now, whenever you're ready, we're all waiting for you to complete a very important task.
Eu vou me aproximar do espelho.
You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here. What are you talking about? This isn't a wall. It's a mirror.
Espelho.
Or at least it'll be a mirror once.
E para o espelho.
You reach forward and rub your hand against
minha
the
mão?
cabin wall. I hope you know how ridiculous you look right now.
Essa é minha mão?
But there was a mirror a second ago. And now it's gone. You know that taking the mirror away from us isn't going to change things, right? We'll find it again, and then we'll see whatever it is that you don't want us to see.
Oxi! Minha mão tem garras. Eu confio no herói, eu vou pegar o punhal.
You take the blade from the table. It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon. Okay, fine, you took the knife, but you really shouldn't hold it like that. Then how are we supposed to hold it? The other way, thumb at the bottom. Will look much cooler and more serious if we hold it with our thumb at the bottom. It really doesn't matter how you hold the blade, as long as you have it.
Pô, se eu segurar o contrário pra essa princesa pegar, me dá um stab a 2 segundos. Vou manter a empunhadura.
Great. You keep your grip the way it...
Nossa! Eu posso jogar o punhal pela janela, cara! Ai, meu Deus do céu! Calma! Krampus! Segura essas suas ideias idiotas! Segura essas ideias idiotas! O herói falou, mantenha esse punhal, porque just in case você pode se proteger. Você não vai jogar esse punhal. Você não vai jogar esse punhal. Você não vai jogar esse punhal. Vai jogar esse punhal. Você não vai jogar esse punhal. Ai, Danite. Vou entrar no porão.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a web of branching staircases all built from unidentifiable materials. Nothing here seems to belong, and the closer you examine your surroundings, the more confused you get. Your head throbbing with the effort of making sense of this place. None of the stairs even seem to go anywhere, let alone down. The air here has a sickening, almost sludge-like miasma to it, the kind of indiscernible quality that comes from the blending together of every scent there is at once. An odour that is simultaneously everything and yet the sum of it all coalescing into a thick, if the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favour. Her voice, a disquieting collage of tone and personality, drags up the stairs.
Hello? Hi. Are you here to kill?
No, thank you. Oh, don't be such a baby. I don't want to do this. Let's just turn around and leave. This feels wrong. This feels like a trap. Like whatever we do, we're gonna die. But we already tried turning around and leaving, didn't we? And he threw up a wall. No way to go but forward. And whatever choice we make, whatever she is, we know one thing for sure. And what's that? That the fate of the world hinges on your success? There'll still be plenty of ways to ruin this day.
Ai, mano. O opositor é um personagem meio de RPG, tá? Eu já te deixo claro aqui, o opositor, ele é muito o personagem meu de RPG, ele é muito essa vibe, que olha pra narrativa e fala, e se eu fizer o oposto do que a narrativa tá pedindo? Ai, meu Deus do céu. Ai. Vamos para a cadeira central.
You step onto the center staircase. Paths wind out around you in all directions, each step branching into its own staircases, which branch into their own staircases, and so on. You aren't quite sure if yours is taking you up or down, but at the very
Eu saio do
least,
N6, mas o
it's
N6
taking you
não sai.
somewhere. You concentrate on where you are, careful not to stray onto any of the many splitting branches that tempt you on all sides. You wouldn't want to have to backtrack to yours once you've made a decision that took you someplace else. And so you take one careful, focused step after another. 1 foot down, another foot down, another after that. You lose yourself in following the correct pattern, in following what looks to be the true path, the one that cuts straight down, or up, or maybe sideways. But no matter the direction it goes, it certainly is the most true path. You know that much. You slowly lose sense of yourself the further you go. Time disappears, and you can feel yourself begin to
O que
untether.
o meu...
Physical sensations dull and then vanish, until the only things experienced are the endless repeating patterns and emotions of the journey,
O...
a continuous march forward to a destination long forgotten.
Narrador, você tá bem?
Consumption and betrayal, skepticism and blind devotion, rivalry and submission, terror and longing, pain and unfamiliarity. And at the heart of it all, an emotion that can only be described as...
Can I help you?
Tu tá normal?
What the hell was that? What happened to us?
Tu...
I feel so strange. Like I'm fundamentally different, but also still the same person I was at the top of the stairs. Oh well, that was a trip, but now it's over. Time to get back to our old devilish ways. The princess, eyes bright but otherwise shrouded in darkness, watches you impatiently from the other side of the basement. Don't forget why you're here. And why are we here again? In case you weren't listening, I'm afraid I lost myself on the way down.
Socorro.
You're here to... He's just being an ass, we remember. Though I'm still not sure if we should trust you.
Não, definitivamente
Let's
não.
talk
Não,
to her for
não,
a bit,
não,
try and get
não,
our bearings. She seems normal.
A descida pra cá foi estranha. Tive a sensação de que me dividiram, depois me reintegraram. Sabe explicar o que aconteceu comigo?
I don't remember what it was like before I was in this place. Why would I know what happened to you?
Fair enough.
We're probably stuck down here forever, aren't we? There's no way out, and barely a way in.
As the princess speaks again, it's almost as if she fractures. And where there was once just one of her, there is now another. We can do that? I don't like this. It's those cabins all over again. Can we put her back? You said you'd been here before, right? What exactly happened last time?
Oh meu Deus do céu. Eu não vim aqui. Eu andei pra fora.
Does it matter? Yes, it matters. But I'm not going to waste any more time prying out details if you're going to be so irritating about it. It seems to me like you saw something you weren't supposed to have seen. If only you'd listened to whatever words of wisdom you were given in that other reality. But what's done is done, isn't it? Whatever you saw last time, unsee it. Whatever thoughts weasel their way into your head,
Despense.
unthink them.
Compreensível. Tenha bom
You have a
dia.
job to do here, and you need to do it now.
Uma parte que outra triste? Não, é opositora. A primeira voz que a gente encontrou, que além do herói é apática. E agora nós estamos com uma opositora.
New plan. Let's see if we can make even more of her.
Não sei. Deixa eu sair daqui. Não sei se eu não posso fazer nada. Deixa ela no porão ceifar a princesa. Até onde sei, você está preso aqui por um motivo. Sabe por que você está aqui embaixo?
Is this a quiz? You're the one who came down here and with a sharp, sharp knife, too.
But you know, right? You have to know. You're the only other person I've ever seen. Or at least the only one I can remember. Don't give me false hope. Please just end this already. One way or another, just do it.
Don't be coy. We both know why I'm locked away here. I'm a monster. And the second I get out of this place, I'm going to end the entire world.
Whoa.
I don't think we're going to be able to put her back. Kind of hurts to think about it, doesn't it? It's like everything we say just multiplies her. It certainly looks that way, so please, for the love of everything, stop asking her questions and stop stalling. You're obviously just making things worse.
Nossa, parte de mim quer continuar. Parte de mim quer muito continuar. Mas outra parte quer... Vamos ver onde vai isso aqui. Tem mais versões de você agora.
There must be something wrong with you. I'm the same as I was a moment ago.
I don't feel like I've gotten any bigger.
It must be fear creeping into your heart.
You know you can't stop me.
And what's that supposed to mean? Are you trying to get under my skin?
She fractures again. I don't like where this is going. Neither do I. Which is why you need to slay her now before things get more complicated than they already are. How would we even do that? Where would we start?
Ui. Oi, Fox, como é que você tá? Tá com o avatarzinho do... É do Sunny ou é do Mori? Acho que é do Mori, pelo coisa.
You could always start by stabbing her. Which her? Any of them. I don't know about you, but I'm sure glad we took that knife with us. I can't believe someone suggested you toss it out the window. Can you imagine? Okay, this was fun for a bit, but we can't even really interact with her, can we? What's the point of asking questions? Can't even follow what's going on. Get out of here. This whole place.
Ceifar a princesa.
Wait, that's not right. Go on.
Mas as opções que eu tava aqui, todas elas se juntaram. Eu tô completamente confuso, completamente barbacado. Eu não sei definir como eu estou. Porque eu estou jogando um jogo. Eita, Deus.
Your foot lands, but it lands different. You experience a firm footfall, a gentle tread, a confident stride. You can feel yourself rupture. The room spins, your perception multiplying in a sickening kaleidoscope as your very self is pulled all at once. You charge forward, knife gleaming to slay the princess just as you strike at her bindings and leave her to languish alone. Is this what the end of the world looks like? What an unbearable mess. But this... we can't... Do you not have anything witty to say? I could use a good bit of wit right now.
Sim, meu Deus do céu. Não precisa, eu já tô sofrendo de jumpscare aqui.
No, I don't, because this isn't fun. How are we supposed to have fun if everything is happening at the same time? It's the same as nothing happening, and nothing is excruciating. Luckily for all of us, nothing
Eita,
and
Deus.
everything doesn't go on forever. The world and the princess collapse in on themselves before it all falls apart. I think he's gone. We were never going to salvage this, were we?
What happened to us? What are we?
Parts
of us are dead.
They just don't fit.
They just don't fit. We can feel them moving around in spaces they don't belong. It's all so uncomfortable.
Carai.
Did you do this? Did we do this? Can you pull us back apart? Can you fix us?
We should help her. I think We did this. How surprisingly sincere. I
É.
didn't actually think my actions had consequences.
Ah, você
It's a
acha?
little late for regret, isn't it?
Please.
O sofrimento meu não. Eu farei o meu melhor. Não acho que você precisa de conserto, não. Ah. Você destruiu tudo. Não vou te consertar. Mas você não se sabe se ela teve chance de escutar quando você respondeu. Ela se foi dando lugar a algo diferente.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her?
Será que foi por causa do espelho?
Why is it here? Why now?
Nada. Aproximar-se do espelho.
I'm begging you, don't do this.
Ignorado. Você se aproxima do espelho.
This doesn't feel right. It feels different. Final. Yeah, don't look at it. I don't like that thing.
As vozes parecem pequenas, distantes à medida que se aproximam. Observar-se no reflexo. Mas eu sigo o vetor que joga Limbus Company também. Ele me ajuda a montar meu eventual, que foi muito mais forte. O que foi? Silêncio contou avançar. Eles se foram, mas o espelho permanece. Chegou a hora de ver o que é meu. Amy só fala inglês, me ajuda. Mas no que exatamente eu te ajudo, bebê? É você. Você está sozinho num lugar vazio. Está um silêncio. Quando eu vou ter inglês, eu não consigo escapar disso. É porque você está lidando literalmente com uma língua universal. Não tem jeito. Você está na cabana. Aproxima-se dela. Você reconhece a presença que habita a casca. É a entidade que reside nos entremeios.
Something returns to the long quiet. It has surrendered its path of annihilation and brings me the gift of a fragile vessel.
Você é princesa?
She is part of me, and part of me is her.
Você sempre foi princesa ou fez ela virar uma parte sua agora?
You speak in circles. Does it matter where one thing begins and another ends?
O N. Claire, ele é muito bom. Ele é muito bom em geral. Você consegue usar ele com segurança, desde que, tipo assim, você tenha um bom manejo da sanidade dele. Um aspecto flash.
Yes. Nerves and fibers to feel the worlds beyond. Perspectives to make my own. These ones are a contradiction, a winding kaleidoscope of paths and walls. They are stretched into a shape not unlike me, but it is a shape they cannot hold. I am sorry that you met this vessel so early in your journey, but they will make for a rich and vibrant heart. Do not mourn them, for they will finally get to know themselves.
Esse é o fim do mundo.
How can the world have ended if we are talking?
Você sabe sobre o mundo além deste lugar?
I know only that they are.
que vai acontecer agora?
Nothing, as we are. But I know that there are worlds beyond us, and that we are meant to reach them.
Se eu não tô falando porque não deu pra Don Quixote triste.
There is no exit, but this vessel is a creature of perception. She can make you forget, if only you believe her to be able to. Bring me more perspectives, so that I may be whole, and perhaps then we will know our freedom.
Não tem medo que eu encontre o jeito de matá-la?
I have not lived. I am not afraid to die.
Quantos pedaços seus eu ainda preciso encontrar?
More than you have found, but less than there are to find. I am infinite. The rest will find their own way home.
Eu fui enviado para ceifar a princesa e impedi-la de destruir o mundo. Se eu ajudá-la, é isso que você vai fazer.
You ask of things that cannot be done. To destroy is merely to reshape, to remold.
Você pegou o Fluidsec, Fox? Você está se prendendo significados. O que vai fazer se eu ajudá-la?
How can I know? I am flickers in something sprawling and unilluminated.
E se eu não deixar que faça isso comigo?
Then we will be here forever, as we are now. Unfinished, dry, hollow.
O que eu vou esquecer?
Everything, until we meet again.
Certo. Faça-me esquecer.
She asks that I tell you to remember her. You won't.
Tudo fica escuro e você morre. Leve a estranha para ela. Então a gente agora tá com uma
You're
missão.
on a path in the woods. And at
Praticamente
the
acho
end
que
of that path is a cabin.
trazer essas
And in the
princesas
basement of that
para essa
cabin
entidade.
you're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Ah, o que foi, Uruka? Tudo bem, obrigado por me dizer o que fazer.
Don't mention it. It's all part of the job.
Eu segui até acabar. Entrar no porão sem punhal.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. Her voice softly carries up the stairs.
Hello? Is someone there?
It's hypnotizing. It's the kind of voice you only have to hear
Meu
once
filho,
to
não é
remember
hora
it for
pra
the
você
rest of
gadar
your
uma
life.
entidade cósmica. Não é hora pra você cegar de uma entidade cósmica, por favor.
Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation. You're playing a...
Olá?
Don't be a stranger. It's been so long since I've had any visitors. Please, come downstairs.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement. She's beautiful. How could someone like this be a threat to
No.
anyone?
Cadê o opositor, cara?
I am begging you to stay focused. There's a lot riding on you here.
Hi. Do you think you can get me out of these chains?
Espera aí. Vamos conversar um pouco primeiro.
Okay.
Qual é o seu nome?
Oh.
She pauses, carefully formulating her words before she responds.
You can address me as Your Royal Highness. Or you can just call me Princess if Your Royal Highness is too formal.
Is Princess her name or her title? What if it's both? Could you imagine being named Princess Princess?
O neurônio do herói morrendo aqui. Eu não sei nada sobre você. Até onde sei, você está preso aqui por um motivo.
Of course I'm locked up down here for a reason. I don't actually know what that reason is, but you don't just stuff a princess in a basement and throw away the key without there being some sort of an explanation, right?
You have all the explanation you need. You should know better than to trust whatever she comes up with.
Se eu sou a primeira pessoa que você vê faz um tempo, o que você tem comido ou bebido?
I don't see what that has to do with anything.
This is the only time this is ever going to happen, but I agree with the princess.
Ei!
That's hardly relevant.
Ei, não. Porque isso aqui aponta que isso daqui não é um humano. Porque se ela não tá comendo, não tá bebendo, não tá fazendo necessidade, como que ela tá sobrevivendo?
Okay, but actually, what has she been eating? She has to eat, right?
Deixa eu ver aqui. Deixa eu ver que coisas, opções assim. Qual vai ser a minha decisão idiota de hoje? Tá, vou confessar. Vou fazer essas duas perguntas aqui. Eu fui enviado para cá para ceifar você, aparentemente. Aparentemente você vai acabar com o mundo. Mas eu queria ver você com meus próprios olhos. Ainda não sei no que acreditar.
Is that why they threw me down here? But I don't want to hurt anyone. I like the world, I think. I don't remember much about it, to be honest. I've been down here for so long.
That's... How long has she been locked away?
Did they tell you how I'm supposed to end the world?
O que você vai fazer se sair daqui?
The princess hesitates before responding. She doesn't know. She's been down here too long to have any idea of what she'd do in another life. She knows what she'd do. She's just searching for whatever answer she thinks you want to hear.
Ai.
What I do doesn't really matter, right? At the end of the day, whatever the two of us have going on down here is about trust. Whoever sent you to slay me claimed I was a threat to the world, but they didn't tell you why. I don't trust that. And I don't think you do either, or you wouldn't have come down here to talk.
Ela tem um ponto, narrador.
We're talking like
Senta,
this for
narrador,
a
senta
reason.
aqui.
So this shouldn't be about what I'd do if I got out of here, or me saying the right thing to convince you to save me. This is about how messed up this whole situation is. This is my life we're talking about.
Não, minha filha, eu vi você sendo uma entidade. Shut up! Eu vi você sendo uma entidade. Eu tô aqui sentando e tô tentando raciocinar as coisas como um ser humano que não acabou de passar por duas experiências Lovecraftianas. Com licença.
We both know that if there's people we can't trust in this situation, it's whoever locked me down here, and it's whoever sent you here. And those two groups are probably one and the same.
Don't let her turn the tables here. This isn't about trust. This is about risk. We stand to lose everything, all for the sake of one person. and a subjugating monarch, no less.
Então, a narradora, você vai me contar como que ela vai acabar com o mundo. Deixa eu ver aqui. Não posso ver. Vai, você. Tá, eu vou tomar essa decisão aqui. Não vou matar você, mas eu não posso simplesmente te libertar. É arriscado demais. E se eu ficar e te fizer companhia por um tempinho? Talvez assim todo mundo fique feliz.
That seems like a pretty good compromise.
I don't think I could bear being down here that much longer.
Leaving her alive is too risky. If you don't deal with her soon, she will find a way out. So I'm the only one who liked that idea.
Coitado.
One way or another, I'm going to find a way out of here. It would make it easier for both of us if you'd help.
Ah, você tá querendo bancar a
But if you
Ceci?
don't, I can promise that you'll regret that decision.
You have to make a choice. Let's hope for all our sakes it's the right one.
Ah, minha filha, com licença.
Thank you.
Com
You
licença, minha
turn back
filha.
to the stairs.
Where are you going? Fine. Turn your back on me. But it won't be long before I slip these...
Slip these chains? She can't, right? She has to be bluffing, but hurry.
Não
You
vou
rush
demorar.
up to the first floor, grabbing the... Okay. If we're sure about this decision, I'll support it. You slowly creep down the basement stairs.
O que eu vou encontrar?
Where the princess sat only a moment ago, there's only a severed arm, its cooling flesh still chained to the wall. And she is
Ave
nowhere to be seen.
Maria. Turururu. Como é que ela não fez isso antes? Princesa, você teve milhões de anos. Por que você não fez isso? E como você fez isso? Just how? É, minha gente, eu tô fodido. Quase não tenho outro termo pela palavra. Pelo menos eu tenho um punhal.
Is it just me? Or did this room get a lot bigger?
Ela perdeu um braço. Eu vou prendê-la lá embaixo e deixar ela sangrar até a morte. Vamos acabar com isso. Ela tem que achar essa criatura agora.
Your eyes dart to the corners of the room. You don't see her. Where is she?
Fecha a porta.
You close the door behind you. Almost magically, its locks immediately click into place.
Ninguém sai daqui.
If you finish.
Ninguém sai daqui.
I
Sai
can
daqui.
wait. I'm very patient.
Eu vou esperar também. Eu também sei ser
You
paciente.
do your best to patiently wait her out. But eventually, exhaustion starts to set in. Come on, wake up. We can't fall asleep down here.
Continua esperando.
You wait for as long as you can, pushing yourself to stay awake and stay vigilant. But you barely even realize that you've started. Pain tears you from your sleep. The princess is upon you, ripping into your flesh, unnaturally sharp teeth and claws severing arteries and digging into organs.
Ai, Deus
There's
do
nothing
céu.
to be done. You're already half gone. It can't just end like this. Right. As much as I prefer for things to have gone differently, I can't deny the reality of what's happened. I'm
É.
sorry. But it's everything goes dark. And you die.
Pelo menos a porta tá trancada. A fera.
You're on a path in the woods. You're here to slay her.
Ela vai me matar de novo.
Again? People don't die twice. You've met the princess, and I hardly think she'd be capable of killing someone. If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe if he doesn't remember what happened, then something else must have trapped us here.
Prazer, caçado. Nele Krampus, Nele Krampus caçado.
You're not trapped here. Nobody's forcing you to do anything, though the only sensible thing for you to do right now is march up to that cabin and slay the princess.
Prosseguir até acabando. Tá. Não, isso aqui é interessante. Digamos que eu esteja dizendo a verdade, a situação atual já tenha acontecido. Por que eu daria ouvidos a você? Por que eu me daria o trabalho de agir?
Those are two very different questions, but fine, I'll indulge you if that's what it takes to get you moving. Let's say for a moment that this really is the second time you've met me, or at least a version of me. You died last time, which probably only happened because you didn't listen to me. We did our best with the information we were given, and yet you still died, didn't you? So, great, congratulations, you've been given another chance to actually do this right. And I believe your other question was something along the lines of, oh, what's the point of doing anything? If you're asking that, it sounds to me like you're making the rather dangerous assumption that your actions last time around didn't have any consequences. What do you mean? Of course there weren't any consequences. We were killed by the princess and now everyone's right back where they started. Yes, but in this purely hypothetical scenario, that begs the question of, if it's the latter, what do you think happened after you died?
O mundo acabou, eu acho.
Do you think the people there lived happily ever after? Or do you think that the princess left all the more reason to keep our wits about us, should we even return to the cabin? We could find a safe little hole somewhere instead. You have to go to the cabin. If you don't
Vamos conversar sobre a princesa. Por favor, vamos conversar. Tô precisando aqui, meu Deus
just
do
be
céu.
quick about it.
Quem a trancou no porão? O que é esse lugar?
People locked her in that basement, and I told you what this place is. It's a path in the woods. Don't overcomplicate things.
Ela me matou da última vez. Como posso garantir que o fato não se repita?
Like I said, if she killed you, it was probably because you didn't listen to me. Don't talk to her, don't trust her, just go in, do your job, and save the world.
Se pessoas conseguiram trancá-la, por que não a ceifaram? Por que a tarefa sobrou para mim?
Look, I'm not supposed to say this, but it's because you're special. You're the only person capable of doing this. Call it a prophecy, if that helps, but it's just the way things are. Oh, I didn't know we were special. Of course you're special. Why else would you be here? Special can mean all sorts of things. Don't let it make you careless. We need clear thoughts and pricked ears.
Você está obtendo informações. O que você está escondendo de mim?
I've told you everything you need to know. Going into more detail will just overcomplicate an otherwise very simple situation and make your job more difficult. If you want us to stand a chance against her, we need to be armed with information. What is she really capable of? How are we supposed to stop her? Not to sound like a broken record, but the less you know about her, the better things will go for all of us. I know it sounds like I'm hiding something, but you're just going to have to take me at my word. You're afraid, aren't you? Just like us. Of course I'm afraid. Fear is an extremely normal thing to feel when the fate of the entire world is at stake. But that's not the only thing you're afraid of. You're scared of something worse.
Ai, o SMR. Será que ela é tipo uma entidade especificamente? Quanto mais você fala sobre ela, mais você conhece sobre ela, mais ela fica poderosa? Por isso que você só tem que ir direto e matar ela?
Stop projecting your neuroses onto me and just get to the cabin already.
Já disse tudo.
Great. Now, if you don't mind, the whole world is waiting.
Parece que tá acabando.
A warning. She will lie, She will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word. Does a cat lie to a cornered mouse when it plays with its freedom? Or is it just acting out its nature?
Então, tipo, ela reseta tudo e o narrador tá tentando fazer o final feliz acontecer.
I don't see why that matters.
Eu não sei, cara. Eu também não confio no narrador completamente. Mas, tipo assim, eu não tentei matar ela, vamos dizer assim, no capítulo 2.
She could have gotten out of there whenever she wanted to. We should trust nothing that she tells us, only what we hear and smell. That's a very roundabout way, maybe. The interior of the cabin is ruinous and dilapidated. It feels like no one has lived here for a long time.
Meu Deus.
Wind rushing in through cracks and holes in the wooden walls. The only furniture of note is a termite-eaten table with a pristine blade. The blade is your implement.
Você não falou nada sobre espelho na parede.
That's because there isn't a mirror. There's a table, the blade sits. There's definitely a mirror. There isn't. What a strange thing to lie about. Maybe he doesn't see it. Much like he hasn't seen what's already happened.
Oh. Ah. Não importa. É.
But it does matter. Don't you care if we're being lied to? I'm not lying to you. Use your eyes. There is no mirror. Why would I lie? But there was a mirror, and now it's gone.
Pegar o punhal.
You take the blade. The door to the basement creaks open, revealing what's left of an old wooden staircase. It's still sturdy enough that you can make your way down in one piece, though you'll have to be mindful of holes. The air seeping up from below is oddly warm and wet, as if you're descending into a jungle. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor. She growls up the stairs.
I can smell you.
She sounds almost feral, impatient, or maybe...
Vou matar sem dó.
You carefully make your way down the stairs. The last step gives way to the damp earth floor of a starlit pit. The walls are obscured by an impenetrable darkness, giving the illusion that the room might stretch on forever. You brush against the wide leaves of plants that surround you on all sides. The jungle is pressing in on us, hiding her from view. She could be anywhere. You see only a flash of the princess before she scurries away into the underbrush, dragging her heavy chain behind her. Remember, she's just a princess. She's certainly not just a princess. You're not helping. It doesn't matter what she is. It only matters what she does. Her shining eyes appear between the leaves, staring hungrily at you from the darkness.
I can hear your heart pounding from the bottom of the stairs, fledgling. You're right to be terrified. I'm so much more than you. And a little splinter clutched in trembling hands won't save you from me.
A shiver rushes up your spine and pulls you upright. The air's shifting. She's getting ready to pounce. Move, now.
Correr. Eu vou escutar o caçador.
Eita porra! On instinct. As you land, you're buffeted by a gust of air, disturbed by the sudden motion. In an instant, she's pounced on the spot where you would have been, her chains rattling across the floor.
Meu Deus do céu!
Before you can blink, she's gone, vanishing once more into the shadows. But you still feel...
You're faster than you were before, but you're still meek, reactive, prey.
You whirl around to find her, and your gaze meets hers, a pair of shining eyes peering out at you from just beyond the basement stairs. So she's cut off our escape. Shit. What do we do?
Pare de se esconder e apareça!
If you want to see me, You should get better at seeing.
She knows that her strength lies in shadows and secrets. She won't reveal herself unless she has.
Correr para as escadas.
She's right there. We have to wait for an opening. That's fair. She'll kill us if we try and run past her.
Ok. O que você quer?
I want to swallow you whole, and I will get what I want. You have no exit. You have no hope. You live and die by my
Oh meu Deus,
whims
eu recebi
and
raid!
my
Muito
whims
obrigada,
alone.
Cosmic Wolf! Muito prazer pra quem está vendo pela primeira vez. Eu sou Niele Krampus, youtuber ladrão fantasma literário. Estou com um pouquinho de delay no YouTube. Mas muito obrigada pela raid, Cosmic Wolf. Estou jogando Slay Princess pela primeira vez. Espero que todo mundo fique à vontade. Se eu não estiver falando muito é porque tem narração. Então eu só realmente falo quando eu tô dando as respostas. Como é que foi a live? Yamino!
Don't ask her what she wants, just slay her. Is that all the advice you have? You don't even know what she looks like. Some specifics would be very helpful. She's just a princess. Don't overthink
Isso
it. She's clearly
não é
not.
uma princesa.
She's coiling for another strike. Be somewhere else. We're on the back foot. The back foot keeps us nimble.
Ok.
Keeps us alive.
Eu vou estar descendo aqui. Ai, que bom. Eu fico feliz que você esteja streamando arte. Ainda mais porque sua arte é muito bonita. Boa noite, Cosmic. Durma bem, tá bom?
It doesn't matter if it keeps us alive if it eventually kills us. We need to take back the
Eu não
momentum. We need to
conhecia.
do something.
Ah, muito obrigada pela indicação, Yamino. Deixa o like, chat. Já vou tacar pra revidar. Vamos revidar.
This isn't going to work. We're in her domain. We just have to stay alive.
Ah, o Achievement me deu spoiler.
If we keep dodging her forever, we're going to get tired. We're going to slip up. We have to take a risk.
Ai, ai, ai.
As the princess lunges from the shadows once more, the cantinho becomes a blade and lash out. It strikes, cutting deep, and the princess loses her focus, crying out in pained surprise as she is sent sprawling, and can already feel the massive bruise blossoming on your ribs as she scrambles back into the darkness.
Ferimento foi, gente. O ferimento foi. Agora falta mais 30 pra acabar com a princesa.
Look at that. We wounded her, and she wounded us. Bad trade.
Nossa, ela ainda nos feriu.
That
Nossa.
hurt. Are you just the cornered animal you seem to be? Or could you be a rival?
She rears back, then leaps at you, more forceful, more ferocious,
Yamino!
more serious.
A princesa é tudo e nada ao mesmo tempo. Se você quiser voltar ao VOD, a gente teve uma experiência Lovecraftiana aqui. Eu não vou conseguir explicar porque não tem como explicar.
Pouncing on you in a flurry of claws, and by the end you're lying in a nest of your own intestines, spine severed, blood rapidly draining out onto the jungle floor. The princess, drenched in both her blood and yours, idly.
No, that's it then. Cornered animal it was. Do better next time. I still need to devour you. And it doesn't count if you're dead.
Não é mais fácil comer se tá morto?
We're not dead, we're... But you don't have time to protest her premature observation of your death, because everything goes dark, and you die.
Ai, matar ela da segunda vez é que é difícil. Capítulo 3?
You're on a path in the Yeah, We are, and this time we're not gonna run until we die. We're taking her head on and we're winning.
Prazer teimoso, Nhele Krampus teimoso. O caçado tá vivo ainda?
You felt her. She didn't have a soft underbelly. She didn't have blind spots. What could we have done that would have saved us from her hunger?
O caçado ainda tá por aqui.
When someone tries to make you dead, you have to hit them back. You have to show them your authority. There's nothing worse than a bully that thinks they own you. Great. So you've been here before. That doesn't bode well. You're not supposed to have been here before. This is supposed to be one and done.
Narrador, eu tentei resolver isso numa única vez. O que me aconteceu? Não, eu não vou. Não vou. Eu parei na lista do País das Maravilhas.
Oh, shut up. It bodes fine. You're the reason we're stuck in this shit situation. Now I have to do the hard work of dragging us out.
Ai, meu Deus do céu. Eu preciso tanto com teimoso.
And how do you intend to do that? We're going to fight her, and we're going to win. There's a reason she slinks around in the shadows. Well, no complaints here. Now hold on. We're not just gonna let the fact that he knows things about this whole Lupin situation go, are we?
Você acha que o teimoso tá ligando pro fato que a gente tá no loop temporal?
He's not important. He can have his secrets for all I care. She's killed us twice now, and that's enough of a reason for us to want her dead.
Uau. Plot twist, você era precisa ter todo. Pior que não, porque a gente já se olhou no espelho. E talvez essa tenha sido uma das piores decisões que eu tomei na vida. A trilha está diferente do que era antes.
Ground is ground. It doesn't matter what shape it takes. We'll adapt.
Nossa, tá muito funny, porque eu tô com literalmente o pensamento de uma presa e um pensamento de um caçador nessa desgraça de jornada.
If it looks different, that's because the situation has started to spiral out of everyone's control. So please, disavow yourself of the notion that you can just come back here and fix this place if you manage to make a mess before that line of thinking leaves you yet another world in ruin. Though, as evidenced by you dying twice, it's safe to assume the fates of the worlds you've left behind don't concern you very much. Consider this your last opportunity to make things right. For you and for the rest of existence. We don't need your pep talk. I'll make sure we pull this off.
Sabe que essa voz do teimoso tá me lembrando? Tá me lembrando muito Uriel. Tá me lembrando muito Uriel. Tô ficando... Vamos lá, cabana. Temos uma princesa para matar.
You make your way down to the cabin. Your fated confrontation awaits. You know what to do. So, we need a plan. We've already been over the plan. I'm not sure that use violence counts as a plan.
Você não viveu o que eu vivi. Você não viveu o que eu vivi.
Better plan than you had last time. I don't like this. But I'll try to keep us breathing.
Isso aqui tá acabando.
The interior is dark and overgrown. Vines and brush obscure so much of the place that, had you not seen the exterior, you might not have noticed this was a cabin at all. The only furniture of note, if you could call it that, is a knotted stump, a pristine blade embedded in its exposed rings. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you're going to do this.
Tá na hora de aparecer uma espada, sabe? Uma espada, um rifle, uma bazuca.
We're not fighting a monster without a blade, even if it's not a very big one. Great, that mirror's back, and it's where the door is supposed to be. What are you talking about? There is no mirror. It's just the stump and a narrow tunnel that leads to the basement. He isn't tricking us. Can you feel the wind? It's telling us there's a hole in that wall.
Sério?
Our eyes deceive us. If that mirror's blocking our way, just smash it and be done with it.
Pegar o punhal, primeiro pegar o punhal.
Take the steel claw. You pull the blade from the stump, gripping it tight. It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon. Good. One step closer to ending this.
Aproximar-se do espelho.
You step forward, approaching the small hole that leads to the basement. You heard him. Stop hesitating and smash that antique.
Você não precisa de arma, você precisa de amor no seu coração. Eu fui uma vez com amor no meu coração. Eu fui cortado em
That
pedaços.
mirror isn't part of this place. It's seeped through from somewhere else. It, if there even is an it, is a hallucination. Like you said, you've been here twice before. Your mind was so grimy. Maybe... Reach forward and wave your hand over the... See? Nothing. Tricks of the eye.
Tá.
No one sense can be trusted on its... You step forward into the darkness.
Eu acho que, tipo assim, esse espelho aparecendo, ele vai sempre aparecer. Parece, tipo assim, caso o jogador não tenha ainda chegado no ponto do contrato, meio que cria aquela ramificação, sabe? Mas como a gente já criou essa ramificação, não precisa.
If there were once stairs leading into the basement, there is nothing left to attest to their existence now. There is only a long tunnel of
Deus
packed
do
earth,
céu.
growing more narrow as it smells of mold and decay. The damp walls leave streaks of dirt along your body as you're forced to hunch. As you crawl forward on hands and knees, you're met only with the sounds of ambient earth.
O jogo é grandinho.
No voice slinks confidently up
Bom,
the stairs. No entity
Então deve
threatens
ser
violence
tempozinho
or
suficiente
pleads
pra
for
ver se eu
safety.
consigo resolver as coisas com a thumb do Angela Lee.
Stay quiet. Don't give her a sound.
Tá bom. Não dizer nada e vocês ficarem em silêncio.
You say nothing, maintaining the silence as you carefully make your way down into the basement. The basement is dark and cavernous, a
Nada!
gaping maw threatening to swallow you whole.
Teve raid?
There
Sim,
is no
teve
light
raid!
here, save for what little starlight has managed to filter down the tunnel. And though you can't see the vastness of the space,
Muito obrigado pela sua colaboração, Hermes. Agora a princesa nos escutou e vai me matar.
it doesn't matter if we can't see down here. We know where she is.
Vamos usar para as sombras e tentar atraí-la. Usar para as sombras e se preparar-se para o confronto!
You step into the shadows and are enveloped in total darkness. Your heart pounds in your chest, ears there. She's about to strike. With the near silence of the determined predator, the princess erupts from the shadows. You're quick to react, swinging your blade, its tip intercepting her before she can draw first blood. She recoils, stunned for a brief moment. See? I told you. We needed to assert our might. We needed to prove to her that she can bleed too. She'll doubt her every move now.
Vamos lá.
Her gleaming eyes watch you from the shadows, unblinking. There's fear in them now, but it is a fear wreathed in fury. And beneath it all lurks something far more primal. Hunger. Yes, she knows your strength now, and she wishes to devour it. How unseemly.
Vamos preparar a punhal.
I'd like to see her try.
Não! Uriel, pelo amor de Deus, não!
The princess lunges with even more ferocity than before. Both voices were right. Within that ferocity there is... Not a word is spoken between you and the princess as you exchange blows in the dark. The glint of bloody claws and fangs. The flash of wet steel. In the pit, all of your senses are heightened, each injury stinging like a chorus of insects, each small shift in your favor a major victory that swells your confidence. And yet, for all the wounds you've managed to inflict upon her, you remain at a stalemate. And then you start to lose ground. While your body slows,
Caramba.
hers quickens.
Ela
her
se
wounds
cura.
mending
A
as she
desgraçada
licks
se
the blood of
cura.
her prey from her dripping maw. So she really can devour our strength. Can we do something like that? All these wounds are starting to add up. Nah, screw that. We're not stooping to her level. We'll just have to give this our all, end it in one final hit. We die if we do that. We have to make ourselves like her. We have to embrace instinct.
Ok.
She shifts towards you, her bloody grin shining in the dark. And then you see it. Your opening. Take it. Put her down like the mindless beast she is.
Abraçar seu instinto. Eu confio no caçador.
You hurl yourself towards the princess's body, carving into her not with steel, but instead with tooth and claw. You are a blur of bloodied things that tear and rend. Yes. Yes. We are not prey. We are more. The princess howls in fear and outrage as you peel away a chunk of her flesh. But as the bloody meat slides down your throat, you feel invigorated. Your wounds burn less. You feel faster, more responsive. Again, the more we take of her, the less she will be able to take of us. There is no time to rest if you're to do this right. She tries to bat you away with her massive paw, but as it smashes into you, the princess pulls back in pained shock. Bone, devouring the arm that was part of her. It's part of you now. Your wounds heal.
That's disgusting. I don't want to do that.
Olha pra desgraça que você precisa matar! Isso não é uma princesa, herói!
You are the one who asked if we could do this, and if it means we win, well, we have to win. Victory demands we do whatever it takes to claim it.
I didn't think it would be so dehumanizing.
Você passou por evento Lovecraftiano. Não tem nada de humano aqui.
We feel bigger than her now, don't we? The feeling doesn't linger. As you choke down the last of her severed arm, she lunges, taking advantage of the distraction. In a frenzied flash of blood and feathers, she rips into your side, swallowing another piece of you. Weakness returns. Her arm starts to mend itself, fresh claws sprouting from developing flesh. We can't be small again. We have to take more. We have to take it now. You descend upon her again, claws desperate to regain your power. You both lose yourself in the rhythm of the feast.
Come on, just one more bite. Then we'll have her right where we want her.
Am I really the only one who's not on board with this? I'm gonna be sick.
The more you consume, the more the lines that differentiate you and her begin to blur, the flesh of your bodies twisting into warped reflections of what you swallow. You have to snap out of this. You can't destroy her if you lose sight of yourself. We are the predator now. There is nothing to do but embrace our true nature. But words fade into hollow vibrations as you and she continue to tear at each other in the darkness.
Se tivesse pessoal, parava ali,
There are
velho.
no beginnings. There are no endings. There are no moments of calm.
Did you say no endings?
Você não responde, ele se foi. O narrador nos abandonou.
But how are we supposed to know if we won?
Já foi quanto aí do jogo? Foi equivalente a umas 2 horas, gente.
We have won. We'll never die so long as we keep eating. We can be forever.
Mas você e ela são separados, sua carne arrancada e o que é mantinha inteira, antes que a eternidade passe. Vocês fixam um olhar um no outro. Há uma nova emoção ali, vergonha. O que nós fizemos? Eles perguntam. Você não tem a oportunidade de responder, nem terá. É hora de partir. A memória retorna.
She's gone.
É a primeira vez jogando.
Where does she go? Should we try and find her? And there's that mirror again. Why is it here? Why now?
Vai ficar tudo bem, filho. Já estivemos aqui antes. Você sempre fica com medo.
But it feels so bad. Like looking into it right now is going to be the end of everything. That thing reeks of death.
Screw the mirror. We just need to find the princess.
Aproximar-se do espelho. Você se aproxima do
Oh,
espelho.
I don't like that silence.
As vozes parecem pequenas, distantes à medida que se aproximam. Observa-se no reflexo. Silêncio toma conta ao pensar. Eles se foram novamente. O espelho sempre os faz desaparecer. Mas você precisa ver o que há nele. O inchaço. Você cresceu. Você se encontra no silêncio inabalável mais uma vez. Seguir até a cabana. Você está na cabana. Aproxima-se dela.
Flickering lights and empty cityscapes become pockets of vitality and movement. I am more than I was before. Whenever you are ready, I will wipe your slate clean once again.
Você é o mesmo ser que era antes? Quanto você mudou?
Is a child the same as an infant? I am an unbroken pattern, but every vessel gives fresh perspectives and carves new avenues of expression. I am different, but I am the same.
Qual é a sensação de mudar assim?
Eyes close in reflection. Perspectives meld together, and the breadth of my experience stretches to new corners. There are contradictions, conflicts in my nature, and there are familiarities that bind everything together. It feels correct. This is what I need to be. This is the only path forward.
Quando tudo isso terminar, você sabe o que vai querer fazer?
With every gift you bring me, I excavate the alleys of what I am meant to be, and every exploration yields new and complicated truths. What I will be is different than what I am, and what I am is different from what I was. I cannot tell you what desires I will hold when I have changed. But in this moment, all I want is to know myself and to know you.
Você sabe que no final de tudo, quando eu tiver terminado, eu vou matá-la, certo?
There is still much to be seen. Neither of us know the depths of our being. Perhaps at the end of this, I will be the one to kill you. Or perhaps we will leave this place together and find new horizons to discover.
Quando eu volto, é como se uma parede invisível me cercasse. Por que eu não consigo fazer as mesmas coisas que já fiz antes?
Those paths lead to worlds you've already seen, and to perspectives I have already made my own. They are useless to us now, inaccessible. The only paths of value are those that are yet untread.
Você tem sido mais gentil comigo do que qualquer outra pessoa que eu encontrei. Por quê?
Why wouldn't I be kind to you? You are the only thing I know that isn't me.
O que você quer que eu traga da próxima vez?
Gifts aren't what someone tells you to bring them. Do not worry. There are no wrong answers. And every perspective illuminates my shadows and shares new secrets.
Você tem alguma opinião sobre esse aspecto?
This one is consumed by instinct, a dancer moving to the rhythm of the flesh. She will make for a ravenous heart. She wishes me to devour you, to make you a part of myself, but she is only a voice. Do not mourn her, for she is part of something greater.
Eu estou pronto para voltar.
I await your return, but it will give me time to reflect on what I am. We will meet again.
Tudo fica escuro e você morre. Leve o covil para ela. Eu acho que vou fazer mais essa run, aí eu encerro a live, tá bom?
And at the end of that path is a cabin. And you're here to slay.
Tudo bem? Então, obrigado por me fazer dizer o que dizer.
Don't mention it. It's all part of...
Pegar o punhal.
You take the blade.
Tranquilo. E se eu fizer tudo de novo como a da primeira vez?
Good. You're still listening to reason. You step.
Ceifar a princesa.
You lunge forward.
Claro que sim, ela morreu. Ah. Claro que não, foi fácil demais.
It's over. Don't get all worked up. We should make sure. What's the harm in checking for a pulse? I really don't think you should do that. And why shouldn't we? Is there something you're not telling us? I've told you everything that's happened with complete accuracy. The princess is dead. Your blade pierced her heart. There's no coming back from that.
Remover o punhal.
You lean down and wrap your hand around the blade's hilt. But as you begin to slide it out of its resting place, you feel a sharp and sudden jab in your side. What was that?
I guess I won't be dying alone after all.
Quick, let's get out of here. It's too late for that now. You collapse to the ground as the mortally wounded princess twists a blade of her own deeper between your ribs.
Que?
As you fall, she falls with you, exhausted by the effort, the little life that was left in her eyes fading rapidly.
An eye for an eye. A life for a life. I guess we're even now. See you around.
Carai!
You were so close. Why did you hesitate? It doesn't for whatever that's worth. Everything goes dark, and you
E você
die.
morre. A lâmina, The Razor.
You're on a path.
Quem vai ser o nosso convidado de hoje?
And at the end of that path, you're here to slay her.
Isso aqui tá acabando.
A warning. She will... You couldn't be more on the money. But we're really doing this, aren't we? I say you're lost. I'm stuck here with you.
Traído, nele Krampus, traído.
We know what to look out for this time. We know to be careful. Just stay focused and you'll be fine.
Isso aqui tá acabando.
The interior of the cabin is a jagged
Ai,
mess
Deus
of
do
warped
céu.
wood and broken boards. There's splintered edges. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Explora os máximos do espelho.
You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. There isn't much to see. What are you talking about? This isn't a wall. It's a mirror.
Será espelho assim, se não me engano, Jesus. Limpar o espelho.
You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall. I hope you... But there was a mirror a second. Now it's gone.
Tá tudo
Yet
bem,
another
herói, tá
thing in
tudo
here
bem.
playing tricks on us. I hate this.
Coitado.
You take the blade from the table. It will be difficult to slay the... It feels a bit better to have a weapon in our hands. Let's make her hurt for what she's done to us.
Ok, vamos lá. Vamos lá. O que temos agora?
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing what must once have been stairs. The fractured slats look as if they've been torn from their source and violently jammed into the wall. The air seeping up from below has an almost metallic quality to it, like the smell of fresh blood. And you can hear what sounds like the rhythmic scraping. She's not even trying to hide her knife. It's like she wants to get in our head. That sound could be anything. It's probably just her chains dragging across the floor. Her grating voice carries up the stairs.
I hope you've come to rescue me. I've been stuck down here forever.
There is something so wrong with that voice.
É.
Yeah, she thinks she's better than us. Like she doesn't even have to put on an act this time.
O que me espera?
As you descend the final step, the form of the princess comes into view, her sharp eyes
Essa eu mato com gosto, viu?
Finally, somebody! Quick, get me out of these chains. We're not safe here.
Come on now, we're not falling for that, are we? She's trying to trick us, but she can't hide that threatening edge to her voice. She just wants us to get close, to let our guard down. If she sounds threatening, it's because her mask is already slipping. She knows why you're here. You are armed, after all.
What are you waiting for? You are here to rescue me,
Eu
right?
vou te... Com licença. Que se dane. Adiós!
The princess falls silent, her smile unwavering as you charge across the room. Okay, she hasn't pulled out a knife yet, and her hands are still behind her back. I think we can do this. I think we can win. We just have to strike now, but make sure you keep your eyes on those hands. But your focus is broken by the horrible sound of metal slicing through meat. Whose meat? Not ours.
A carne! Boa pergunta, Rai. Boa pergunta.
Hers, at first.
Como assim a princípio?
Then yours.
Ah.
Hehe.
Sua desgraçada, sua... Não, aqui estamos no YouTube. Vamos ser family friendly.
How? What did she even hit us with? You stare down at your chest and at the long, thin blade she impaled you with. And then the red, angry slit along the flesh of her thigh, where the blade had been nestled just a moment ago. It's still lodged in her leg, emerging from her knee, hinging up and out of her body like some extra metallic limb.
Que desgraça é essa?
Bullshit. Absolute bullshit.
Foi dela. Ela deu um hehe. Eu concordo, absolute bullshit.
You're going to die now.
Really?
With a twist of her knee and a painful squelch, she does just that. Everything goes dark, and you die.
Corrida armamentista.
You're on a path in the woods. No, fuck that. If we're gonna have to keep doing this over and over and over again, we're not starting in that goddamn woods every time. We're starting in the fucking cabin. You're what? The interior of the cabin is sharp, a constricting mess of curved and battered sheet metal pushing you towards... Wait, excuse me? What just happened? What did you just do? I feel dizzy. Oh ho ho ho! I guess I took us to the cabin, didn't I? Isn't that interesting? Who holds the cards now?
O traidor levou pra...
The circle's getting smaller and smaller.
Caçado.
Isn't
Caçado! Oi, Caçado! Eu senti falta de você. Só não fique doido igual da última vez.
Good. It's better that way. Without a fight, no one can win. And if no one can win, then nothing has any meaning.
Ai, meu Deus do céu.
Great. So obviously you've already been here. This is our third?
Possivelmente.
Wonder things have fallen apart. You do realize
Droga, eu não queria ter começado com... Eu queria que o apático tivesse aqui, cara. Me lembrava um pouquinho do Eru. Droga. Me diz que ele vai recuperar o apático.
That can't be right. That's too much responsibility.
Nah, impossibly high stakes.
Let's just stay focused, shall we? The only furniture of note is a bent metal table. We take it. Okay, sure. Take the blade before letting me finish telling you it's there. It would be difficult. This feels right. That's right. We've got to be able.
We will win eventually.
That's a fighting spirit I like to see. You could all learn a thing or two from this one. I'd love to get started just as much as you. How are we supposed to get down there? You walk through the door. You do.
Vocês sabem que isso é podem, certo?
But there isn't a door. It's just that mirror again. There isn't a mirror. You really messed things up, didn't you? It's like you can't even see reality anymore. I can feel the air coming up from behind it, stinking of iron and steel.
If it's in our way, let's just...
Aproximar-se do espelho. Vamos lá.
You make your way to the door at the end of the room, stopping just in front of it. Let's just fumble for the handle and be done with it, huh?
Tá o espelho.
You reach forward and place your hand on the door to the basement. And the mirror's gone. How surprising. It was never there. Just an illusion.
Let's just get to the princess already. I didn't care about
This is time for us to see her again. Just stay focused and you'll be fine. You step forward, but you don't get a chance to linger on the basement stairs. They are smooth. Your body tumbles onto the basement floor and the form of the princess comes into view, standing at a distance. She gives...
Hi, it looks like you don't have a way out, so I'm not going to play dumb anymore. But don't worry about how bad you did last time. That's part of the fun.
Seu cara... Cara, meu Deus do
She's got
céu.
another thing coming if she thinks we're...
Pride makes us dead. The only thing that matters is survival. Actually, does survival matter? We've died twice and nothing bad has come of it. We just need to find a way to...
Vamos lá. Fé.
Nothing bad has come of it yet. Plenty bad has come of it. You've left at least one entire world to ruin. The people there mattered. The past isn't real. There's only here and now. Your internal bickering is cut short by the wet sound of slicing meat. From the princess's arms erupt twin blades, glistening with her blood, the empty flesh of her arms flopping at her elbows like torn sleeves.
Como é que eu chego perto dessa criatura divina?
She's loose, and she is coming for you.
You're going to make me walk over to you, aren't you?
Shit. She's coming for us and I'm out of ideas.
Vou tentar flertar com ela. Ela tem espada no lugar de braços e nós não. Isso não é tão certo. Todas essas ideias são péssimas. Pensar algo melhor.
Yeah, that's right. We just have to think. There's probably an answer.
Just standing there, huh? A bold strategy.
You don't have time to finish your thought. In a moment, she's across the room, blades flashing in the dim starlight. She skewers you. Ow.
Ai.
What a surprise. Yeah, we don't even get a second to think without her stabbing us. Oh, a new one of us. I thought that only happens when we die. Did we die?
Morremos.
No, you're in a... Where the hell are you?
I don't like that we died without us knowing it. This really, really blurs some lines that I prefer not to be blurred. Are we still dead? Are we alive again? How are we even supposed to know the difference?
Eu não sei.
Stop saying dead, all of you. We might have died a second ago, but right now we're extremely not dead. This is all horribly wrong. How many times have you been here?
Eu nem te conto. Narrador, eu nem te conto. Narrador, eu nem te conto.
This is 4. No wonder
Não é
everything's
quarta.
such a mess. This wasn't supposed to go past 1.
I wonder what you're going to do next. You're so full of ideas, and I love that.
But I guess we don't have time to talk about things before the princess advances. Okay, whatever we do gets us another us. Let's see how many we can stack. There's got to be a point where it makes us better than her.
We don't need any other voices chattering about in here. It just confuses us. All we need is to keep fighting.
Yeah, I'll pass on that, as long as we keep moving.
Come on, show me something new.
Okay, plan now.
Cético, nele Krampus, cético. Não, gente, vamos chamar a probabilidade dela. A ver se nos matando, certo? Então vamos dar conta disso antes dela. Meu Deus do céu. Vamos apelar para a autoridade dela, mas fico ela. Não tem porque não resolver isso na base da conversa. Eu vou para outra opção. Ela vai se nos matando, certo? Então vamos dar conta disso antes dela. Não funciona, ela mata de novo. E de novo. Sua memória fica confusa conforme sua consciência salta de uma vida para outra. Pois ela tem fragmentos de conflito.
Then you skewer yourself.
Ah, seria... Ai, merecedora. Então você transpassa.
I thought we both understood that dying doesn't get you anywhere.
Huh, that didn't do much of anything. We're tough than I thought.
Opositor!
Well, there's more of us. Let's see if that helps.
What's the point? It's all the same.
Derrotado.
Skewers you.
Oh, don't give up on me just yet. You gotta keep going.
Do you see that? We almost had her. That was luck. But we only have to get lucky
Vamos lá.
once. compliment her on those gleaming blades. There's nothing better than a capable woman.
Ai, se eu escolhesse flertar, né?
Excuse you.
You're cute.
It doesn't matter how many times this takes, we can't give... Okay, let's go again. Just panic. Flee. She skewers you.
No, you don't get to escape. That's not how
Eu acho que eu escolhi a opção que sem querer faz a gente pegar todas essas vozes.
See? We're getting better. Okay, yeah. That was a good one. She's going to kill this body either way. So stop feeling.
Pode que eu tava sentindo sua falta. Pode comer que me dá um abraço. Eu só conheço sua voz por algumas linhas e já te considero pra caramba, cara.
She skewers you.
Ooh, not bad. Real tough.
We're getting close to something. Can't you feel it? One last time. You're right. One last time. That's all we need. Let's appeal to her better nature. We haven't tried that. I'm sure she'll listen to reason.
Oportunista, nele Krampus, nele que era oportunista.
And then everything goes dark, and you die.
4. Destruição mutuamente assegurada.
Your Honor, don't lose your head. We're in a cabin, and we'll take it from here.
It feels like it finally fits, doesn't it? We're up here, which is different, and different is good. And our steel claw is already in our hand.
Ho-ho! What if you throw it out the window?
Não.
Over my dead body.
Não.
That won't be very hard. We've died a lot.
Besides, what better way to die so very many times than at the sharp hands of a beautiful woman?
Sure, I can think of a better way to die.
They're all the same, really.
How about we stop thinking about horrible ways to die? I don't want us to accidentally manifest anything.
Coitada, ela quer abraço
The only
paranoico,
thing
please.
we're gonna manifest is finally ending up on top. There are entirely too
Ah,
many
sim,
of you.
Sherlock
How many
Holmes.
times have you been here? This isn't good. This is... How about you stick to describing things, and we'll stick to doing them.
Yeah, leave it to the pros. We'll notch up that win in no time.
Narrator, we heroically stride through the door and towards our destined final encounter with our star-crossed lover. Fine by me. You walk to the door and onto the basement stairs, only it's more of a slide. We know. Fine, I'll just shut up and speed this whole thing along. Are you sure you don't want me to describe the stairs? Or this room, or anything? Feels like I'm hardly a part of this.
Quando você tem pelo menos mais 5 pessoas falando também é complicado, né?
Don't care, just want to win. Fine, you make your way to the basement, where the princess awaits you.
You know, this last time I killed you, and you didn't pop right back up again? I thought I'd actually done it. I thought I'd cut you into so many pieces you just weren't able to stitch yourself back together. But I guess we're not done. That's okay with me. It's good even. I like that. I got something ready for you while you were gone. Do you want to see it?
O que você me aprontou, Pedro Divina?
I'm not going to wait for an answer. I'm just going to show you. It's worth it though. Just you wait. And not for very long, because I'm going to do it right now.
Ah!
Are you gonna say what she does? Do you want me to talk now?
Não estou aqui pra ter problema narrativo agora.
Yeah, she says she has something new. I want to hear about the new thing. Yeah, me too. I think I speak for all of us when I say that I would like to hear you describe her new thing.
Oportunista espera.
Really? Okay then.
Here we go. Now.
The princess's skin twists, splitting into red blooms of warmth as it stretches and tears. And then she becomes a wave of blood and viscera, pieces of her splattering against the walls. All that remains in the center of the room is a skeleton of blades.
Apaixonado, você não
furiously in its cage of
vai
chest.
fazer coisas com isso daí. Pelo amor de meu Deus, Senhor do céu.
Are you ready for what comes next?
Holy shit! She's gorgeous.
Apaixonado
Absolutely
pelo amor do
divine.
meu Deus do céu, cara.
Yes, behold the perfect woman.
Teimoso. Teimoso. Eu esperava mais você, teimoso.
Do you think we can throw her out the window?
Olha, se puder...
That looked painful.
Pode comer o todinho.
How is she still alive? Heart's still beating, that's all she needs.
É.
This is fake. This is all fake. That's all just made up. She doesn't even have a back anymore. How are we supposed to stab her in it?
This is all just a sick joke. I hate existing.
Coitado, olha o braço derrotado,
We're
cara.
screwed. I quit. I'm done. Forget it.
Baseamento.
What just happened? It's so quiet.
Ele também.
Something feels different about you. It almost makes me feel different. Like I should actually take this seriously for once.
Sim, você deveria. Você não age, mas ainda assim, por meio desta inação, seu corpo se move por conta própria. A princesa tá quando você se aproxima, mas quando o golpe termina no arco, seu corpo já está em outro lugar.
You're incredible.
Elder Tides, essa eu não peguei. Suas armas se chocam repetidas vezes. Você e ela entrando em um ritmo livre de pensamentos e de si próprios. Tudo que existe é a dança. O fluxo e o refluxo. O ir e vir entre vocês. Quanto mais se aprofunda no jogo, mais rápido seu coração bate, mais rápido corre o fluxo. Uma impressão interminável, então uma abertura. Seu punhal ataque livre de vontade. E a lâmina dela também. Ambos os golpes são fatais. Nenhum de vocês sobreviverá. Mas tão pouco temem o que está por vir. Este é um bom final. Ninguém tem que ver o outro morrer. Nem nunca terá. É hora de partir. A memória retorna. Fumaça do espelho. Você faz isso. Você vai se reflexo. O silêncio toma conta se aproximar do espelho. Chegou a hora de ver o que é nele. Você definiu. Você se encontra no silêncio inabalado mais uma vez. Seguir até a cabana. Você está na cabana. Aproximar-se dela.
I am a growing chorus of contradiction. A mass of tides ebbing and flowing all at once in more directions than my attention can bear to hold. To look at any one is to shift them all into something new. And to look away is to reshape them yet again. All of me is changing, and yet the rest of me is still the same.
Dentro de um lugar de jogo lá tem um inimigo desgraçado que é a qual salvação da princesa. Ah! Não importa quantas vezes eu volte, pelo menos um de nós sempre machucou o outro. Isso não a afeta? Não a torna pior?
It changes me, but it doesn't make me worse, nor does it make me care for you any less. Does it make you worse?
Não tenho nenhuma opinião sobre o assunto.
How strange of you to ask me then.
O que você acha desse aspecto?
This one is a single-minded edge. She is cruelty, but she is also joy. She will make for a piercing heart. Do not mourn her. She is exactly where she needs to be.
Você continua sem ter preferência por nenhum aspecto específico?
I care about your gifts, but I have no preferences to burden you with. Even if I did, I would never dare to tarnish our relationship by assuming myself above you.
Você não pode ser uma contradição. Contradições não existem.
And yet my waters flow and my streets bustle. There are no words that can describe me into non-existence. There is no logic that can bind my multitudes. I am everything that you have known me to be, but I am also none of it.
Só vou dar um save aqui. Só pra just in case. Pra entidade. Sua vontade corta a entidade à sua frente, mas nada
My
acontece.
roots burrow in an ocean beyond your sight. We cannot harm each other as we are now.
Destruir seu corpo. Você ergue sua vontade para dar um frio à própria vida, mas ao cravá-lo no espaço onde seu corpo deveria estar, você não sente absolutamente nada. Uma das muitas mãos diante de você se estende na sua direção e toca gentilmente o lado do seu rosto.
There's nowhere for you to be but here.
Estou pronto para voltar.
I will be here when it is time for us to meet again.
Tudo fica escuro e você morre. Leve a lâmina inteira para ela.
You're on a path in the woods.
Esse aqui é o histórico. Bom, voltar pro canal de conversa. O que vocês acharam do jogo, gente? Eu fiquei um tempinho a mais pra, tipo assim, compensar um pouco o fato que eu cheguei um pouquinho tarde pra vocês. O fato que teve também raid. Mas eu tô surpreendentemente gostando bastante do jogo. É um jogo que, tipo assim, se não tivesse em live, eu acho que eu acabaria com tudo numa tacada só, sabe? Então realmente tá bem interessante, tá, tipo assim, único. Eu literal loguei a FFB aqui de lado, tô só assistindo. É porque é tão diferente, cara, a intenção, sabe, das coisas. Confuso, mas divertido, ao contrário de The Circles, infelizmente. E aí, tipo assim, as proposições... A proposta do jogo, sim, é bem interessante. Pelo visto, você tá em uma espécie de loop em que você tem que obrigatoriamente fazer todas as opções pra ir descobrir versões das princesas e trazer de volta pra essa entidade. Então eu achei bem diferente, achei bem legal. E eu vou ficar na ansiedade pra continuar ele. Só que possivelmente é uma coisa que só vai poder continuar semana que vem. Minha reação diz que viu coisa demais. Ai, ai. Só ele? Só ele, caramba. Eu vi tanta coisa que eu fiquei, meu Deus do céu. Mas enfim. São 1h30. Eu vou ser obrigado a me despedir por aqui, senão me atrapalho mais ainda no que tem que fazer. Mas quinta-feira a gente se vê com a leitura de Lord of Mysteries, tá bom? Até lá, por favor, se cuidem. Bebam água, diferente de mim, que eu não trouxe nada. E durmam bem, se forem dormir. Se forem madrugar, madruguem com responsabilidade, tá bom? Bye, bye!